Hi everyone, it's Tash from Tamale Creations. Once again I'm back with yet again another swap. You guys are going to think I'm like absolutely swap crazy, and you'd be totally right because I have been swap crazy this month. Well, actually for the last 2 months. I only have just discovered swaps because we don't have them here really in Australia. Well, not that I've come across, so I did go a little bit crazy, and I'm sure I've explained this in other videos, but I'm just explaining it once again because I just feel like I'm constantly bombarding you guys with more swaps, but it's all consuming at the moment. It's just taken over my life. So those of you that know me would know that that's the case. So anyway, this is a swap that I was involved with for March. It was the March stick pin swap, and again I'm a little late in sending this just because of the sheer quantity of swaps and the time that I've taken in actually doing these. I didn't realise it was going to take me so long, to tell you the truth. So so this is what I did. It was a spring theme. So the little pins that I made are all in that theme, and I did do a tutorial earlier on the pins that I made and how I made them. So I'm just actually showing you just the presentation in the end. I'm not sure whether this light is quite good enough, but you will see that I've made little frames. So I've made little, they're slightly, I had started off making full frames that were like fully three-dimensional, but they were very, very time consuming, and I just wasn't happy with how they were looking at the time. So what I thought I'd do was just make one end raised, which has just got dimensional tape in it that the little stick pins stick in. And I've made some little grass that I just cut out of, not acetate, because I don't use acetate, guys. I actually find it cheaper option to use, and I use those presentation covers, you know, that you get from an office supply store. It's just the clear see-through covers that go in front of the presentation folders. That's what I get. I got a big bulk thing of that, and I use that instead of acetate for everything. Can't print on it, but I can certainly stamp on it with stays on if I need to. So generally I find that I'm not using it for that. I'm just using it to just, I don't know, create just a fun look. So that's what I did. I created grass with that. The background, I had a stamp set that actually allows you to build flowers, so I stamped the different flowers on, and perhaps I should take these stick pins off so that you can have a look. So I'll do that. There's my little stick pins, and once again I'll just show you what I've done. So there's a butterfly one, and then just a little plain pearl bauble one, and then there is a dragonfly. So with my little scenery, what I did is I used watercolor paper, stamped it with some stays on, then I used my distress inks to color them. I wasn't sort of extra, you know, careful with coloring them. Oh, actually no, I didn't use distress inks, that's right. I ended up using the watercolouring pencils. That's what I used. I used watercolouring pencils, coloured them, and then before I sprayed the background with glimmer mist, I thought what I would do, because otherwise it would just turn everything blue, I had a clear sealer that I actually painted each one of these flowers and the butterfly with a bit of sealer and the grass before I spritzed it with some glimmer mist in turquoise, and then I covered it. Basically it gave highlights in Kindy Glitz to the whole lot. In the grass also I've used these little springs, and I've just made these cute little springs out of wire and just stuck them in there because my little theme says spring garden, and I wanted to have a bit of a play on that word. Then I glimmer misted some little roses here and stuck those on. I wind the ends wires, I wind them around an orange stick, and then use that as part of my decoration of that. I got that from Sari over at the Norsu Girl, I think it's called. That's her YouTube name, and I might put the link down below. She's got some fabulous ideas, and that's I've ever since I've seen her do that, I always use that for my decorations and my flowers. I love that look. So so yeah, that's what I've done. This is the ones that are going out to all the ladies, and I've done a special one for Trudi, who's actually hosting the swap on the Scrapbeach, and I'll show you that one in just a second. I'll just put those ones back in there. So that's how they go in. And Trudi, you got the very, very first one that I was working on, which was the full frame. In the end, I actually didn't mind it in the end. Originally, I had used the same paper as the others, and it was sort of a yellowy greeny colour. But I had stamped, or actually written Spring Garden in myself, and the wording was really modern. I didn't really like the way it looked. So I recently got some washi tape, which you would have seen in a whole video, and I decided, because the sides were exposing all the three-dimensional tape, and I wanted to cover it, I decided, hey, hang on a second, I've got that washi tape, I'm just going to run it around, which I did, and it ended up coming up quite good. And I stamped around it using black StazOn as opposed to the brown on the other ones because it was darker. Put little flowers on and everything, and I made you an extra little hostess gift as well, which is just a little spring charm to go with the theme, and it also matches my stick pin. See, there's the dragonfly, that's there, and it's got little butterflies in here. Whoops, yeah, there's my little butterfly charm, and there's little roses in here, and it's a flower lobster clasp with the butterfly at the bottom. So it's just a fun little dangle. I'm really enjoying doing these dangles, guys. They're so quick and easy to do. And I've just attached that to the top of the frame. I've actually just put a bit of wire in the top of the frame to make a loop and attached that. I could have made another card, but I'm so flat out of time, so I hope you don't mind, Trudi, that I just gave you that special frame one, and it's got the details of the swap and just a little message saying thanks for hosting, and all of them actually have got my details in the back. So yeah, this is it. I hope you really like it. I'm sorry that it was a little bit late, but yeah, hopefully it shouldn't hold everything up too long. I know it takes 2 weeks, and it's working on a time frame of about 10 to 12 days, so yeah, as I said, hopefully you shouldn't be waiting too long for it, and yeah, I hope you like it. So thanks very much. Bye.